That was all anybody knew for years and years. And so I just grew up knowing I didn't have a daddy.
74 years and now, closure for family and friends as they gather to remember a father and a fallen war hero.
Plus, March Madness games kick off right here at Utah. How the high-profile tournament is a slam dunk for our local economy.
And the flu, this year's deadly strain, already claiming the lives of 4 children.
And we have breaking news tonight. We're hearing of a shooting happening in Midvale area. At this point, we have a crew on the way. We're waiting for more information. We'll, of course, have that for you as soon as we get it.
All right, this flu season has proven deadly here in Utah. 4 children have died already during the season. That is double the average of the annual pediatric flu deaths in the past decade.
The Utah Department of Health saying we're not out of the clear just yet. A new strain of the illness has popped up. ABC4's Brittany Johnson explains.
Since October, 4 Utah children have died from the flu.
On an average year, we see usually about 2, but we've seen up to 5 in the past 10 years.
Keegan McCaffrey is an influenza epidemiologist for the Utah Department of Health. He can't confirm which strains caused the pediatric deaths, when it happened, or which counties these 4 children lived in. But he can tell me it's been an unusual flu season driven by an unusual second wave.
Normally in the spring, we see a wave of influenza B. And influenza B tends to be less severe in terms of illness than influenza A. We didn't have a second B wave, we had a second influenza A wave. And influenza A tends to have more severe illness.
The flu season ends in May, but McCaffrey is still encouraging people to get the flu shot.
Our mid-season flu vaccine efficacy was about 40% overall, and that's pretty good compared to past flu shots. In children, it was about 66.
Here's how you can protect your children.
If your kid gets ill and you think they have the flu, influenza, call your doctor. They can help assess how severe your child's illness is and if they need to be hospitalized. If your kid does get sick, make sure that they stay home from school for at least 24 hours.
Although there's been more pediatric deaths this year than there was last year, the Utah Health Department says last year's flu season was in some categories worse, saying the percentage of lab results last year for the flu was higher. There were also more hospitalizations and more people going to outpatient clinics with symptoms.
All right, we mentioned breaking news off the top of this broadcast. Let's get to it in Midvale, where police are on the scene of what they are calling a shooting. The map marks the spot. There it is. 7820 South 700 West in Midvale. That's where we find ABC4's Brittany Johnson. Brittany, what can you tell us about what's happening out there right now?
Well, John, I can tell you right now, we're at about 78 South, 700 West. You can see the scene behind me here. There is a massive police presence surrounding this Maverick. The entire Maverick is taped off with police tape. We do know that Sergeant Melody Gray is on scene. She's with Unified Police. She's speaking with investigators to try to get some information here. Then when she's done being briefed, she's going to actually meet with us reporters, us news stations, and give us the information so we can pass it along to our viewers. But right now, we do know that there have been reports of a shooting here at this Maverick. As soon as we get more details, I'll be sure to update this on a live report. But for now, reporting live in Midvale tonight, I'm Brittany Johnson, ABC4 News.
Thank you, Brittany. Yes, most definitely an active scene there. Well, she gave birth in chains. Now, a Utah mom is speaking out against what she calls the inhumane practice of shackling inmate moms during childbirth. Michelle Adana, I should say, has been in front on this issue, which was the subject of House Bill 318. It passed this legislative session. It prevents female inmates from being chained to a hospital bed while giving birth, which is exactly what happened to Aldana when she had her first son in 2002. She was serving time for 3 felony drug convictions then. She says the chains added stress to an already dangerous labor. Her son was born unconscious.
I felt like it was my fault because I had a drug charge but he didn't do anything ever to anybody, and he was just a tiny little baby, and they hurt him really bad. And I still feel really bad.
Well, the state legislature last week joined 22 other states in banning the practice of shackling moms giving birth in prison.
Well, 2 volunteers detained in Russia for the past 3 weeks. You've probably heard about them on their way home. We're happy to say that news from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And today, ABC4 found footage of the night the 2 were arrested. Here it is. This footage posted on Ruptly Media, funded by the Russian government. It shows what looks like a small group meeting and then police searching the apartment of the volunteers and finding copies of the Book of Mormon and other proselyting items. Finally, police take the 2 into custody. A former volunteer in the area said it's downright dangerous to even have materials in their apartment.
You got to take all of your Book of Mormons and your pamphlets out of your apartment. You can't be associated with that at all, or any pass along cards, because that can get you in trouble as proselyting, even if it's just in your home.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints releasing the following statement, quote, while in detention, the volunteers were treated very well and maintained regular contact with their families and their mission president. The church is closely monitoring conditions in Russia for all volunteers and will continue to fully comply with Russian law, end quote. Well, let's move to the forecast as quickly as we can.
Yes, it was a beautiful day out there, Dan.
Beautiful
of course,
today.
Dan Pope joining us from the Pinpoint Weather Porch, where he's monitoring a storm activity that's going to take the beautiful sunshine away from us.
Yes, that sun is going away. Tonight we have some canyon winds blowing along the Wasatch Front. They've been gusting 25, 35, even 45 to 50 miles per hour. I guess you could say it's a forecast that'll blow you away to begin with, but I'll show you what's going on as far as the winter weather alerts. This includes the Castle Country area, the San Rafael Swell, also Canyonlands National Park, and also into the Torrey Bicknell area. Yep, we've got ourselves a storm, and it's coming up from the south. It'll move from southwest to northeast across the state. The snow will fall down to as low as 5,500 to 6,000 feet. Initially, it is a little bit higher than that right now, but the snow is expected to fall up through portions of eastern Utah, and that's a concern for those traveling over the mountains. For example, US 20 or SR 14 and SR 12, SR 20, and US 89. I'll have more details on this and all of the storm impacts for the Wasatch Front coming up in my full Pinpoint weather forecast in just a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, Dan, thank you. Well, after 74 years of mystery and too many unknowns, the family of a World War II veteran is finally given answers. Tonight, the family, along with friends, gathered in memory of their father, whose plane was shot down in Germany decades ago. Second Lieutenant Lynn W. Hadfield, who you're seeing right now, was shot down near Dülmen, Germany during the World War II. In 2016, a retired archaeologist and his team started their dig at the site, and in December of last year, they contacted Marianne Hadfield Turner, Lieutenant Hadfield's daughter, to let her know that they had found his remains. Tonight, the family held a public viewing to honor Lieutenant Hadfield's long-awaited return home.
There aren't words to describe what we feel, but we're very happy to have Dad home after 74 years. It was something I hoped for, but never thought I'd see. And I was just 2 when he was killed, so I don't remember him. I have pictures of him holding me and things, but I don't remember him.
Wow. Well, Marianne says all she knew about her father's status until 2016 was that his plane was shot down over Germany. Lieutenant Hadfield's funeral service is tomorrow morning, which, get this, happens to be the 74th anniversary of the day his plane went down.
A poignant story, Emily. You may have heard March Madness has come to Salt Lake City. Rounds 1 and 2 of the NC2A Men's Basketball Championship Tournament West Region Games tipping off tomorrow. But have you heard who the winner is? Salt Lake City and the economy. All 8 teams have arrived along with thousands of their fans. They're here to cheer, but many told me today they're also here to have a vacation.
I like to eat, I like to drink, I like to partake in any and all Salt Lake activities. We're going to go to Park City, go skiing on Friday.
You know, hosting rounds 1 and 2 of March Madness here in Salt Lake is going to be a substantial economic impact. We're estimating $5.5 million to the local economy alone. And then, of course, we have the millions and millions of dollars of exposure, additional exposure from the cutaways and all of the coverage that we're going to get during the games themselves Thursday and Saturday.
Well, tourism leaders estimate 26,000 fans will watch the games. They include nearly 7,000 visitors who've booked more than 13,000 hotel nights. Emily?
All right, thank you, John. Well, police in Milan have arrested a school bus driver who hijacked the vehicle while driving 51 students and then set it on fire. The driver made teachers on board the bus tie up kids with cable lines. He also poured petrol throughout the bus and set it on fire. When police arrived and broke back windows to evacuate the kids, amazingly, none of the students were hurt. The man is in police custody, and according to authorities, he admits to the act as his protest of the Italian government. And nearly 1,000 pounds of cocaine was discovered and seized by federal agents at the Philadelphia Port of Entry. The street value of the cocaine estimated at $18 million. This just the most recent in a line of drug busts in and out of the Philadelphia harbor.
As your local election leaders, we've got a new candidate to tell you about for the Salt Lake City mayoral race. State Senator Luz Escamilla announcing on Facebook tonight she's been thinking about running for some time, and now it's official. Senator Escamilla will join the pool of candidates for Salt Lake City mayor. Time ran out on a massive tax reform bill during the legislative session, but the debate continues. House Bill 441 came out in the final weeks of the session. It would have lowered the income and sales tax rates, but added taxes to most services. It was met with strong opposition from businesses across the spectrum, and lawmakers agreed to hold off.
One thing we're somewhat agreed on is it may take multiple different avenues or multiple different sources to be able to correct the problem.
Well, the legislature created a tax reform task force to look into ways to address the system. The committee is expected to gather input from across the state ahead of the special session. Coming up, one of the newest police departments in the state, stepping up to help train a new team of police officers.
And as we look outside, we've got some gusty winds. Look at that flag fluttering. It's the colonial flag. And we also have a blinking blue weather ball. It is a rain day. That's a blinking blue for showers due. All coming up in Utah's most accurate forecast.
Your next chapter can be your best chapter at Springhouse Village in Daybreak, a new take on 55-plus active adult living. Join the interest list today at myoakwoodlife.com.
New tonight.
Cheer up, everybody.
Who better to welcome spring than the gracious Rob Lowe?
I want to look like you. That is a shocking admission.
Plus the regal Joey King and more on the Gonzaga controversy.
I don't believe Gonzaga exists.
Kimmel, new tonight on ABC.
3 new Nissans, 2 powerful Titans, 1 award-winning lineup. Save big on all of it at Nissan now. No brand received more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan. Save big on Rogue with Safety Shield 360. Hurry in and experience why more people are loving Nissan now.
Get a low $199 per month lease on the 2019 Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 14 models.
Get to Nissan now.
You've done a lot of planning in your life and prepared for milestones along the way. Buying your first car, funding your education, saving for your first home, planning for your retirement. You've done a lot of planning in your life. Plan ahead for your funeral and cemetery needs with Memorial Mortuaries and Cemeteries, awarded Best of State in Funeral Services.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
It's Toy Hauler Month at Paris RV. Here's 5 killer 2019 deals this month. Pick up the 2019 Powerlade 1915, the 2019 Attitude 19FB, the 2019 Iconic 1913, the 2019 Sandsport 1915, or the 2019 Cruise Light 211 SSXL. All for $24,995 or $265 a month, 0 down. Lower the ramp and kick the tires.
Paris RV is Utah's #1 volume toy hauler dealer.
The Stedman family has been serving Utah for over 50 years.
Hair care for Brittany Johnson provided by Before and After Salon, 801-969-0232.
You're watching ABC4 News with John Dupree, Emily Flores, and Dan Pope.
Welcome back, everybody. The clock is ticking for the new Riverton Police Department to fill all their positions.
They're set to split from Unified Police on July 1st, 9 months after Harriman City did the same thing. ABC4's Rosie Nguyen talked to their police chief about how the transition has impacted the city.
Harriman City Council voted unanimously to part ways with Unified Police on May 16th last year, citing costs as the main reason. Within 120 days, they had the new Harriman Police Department up and running.
Very first day we were out of the gates, we had a massive scene that we had to investigate that night with that accident. But the people that we had hired here and the expertise that we had, it was just like another day.
The transition allowed Harriman to increase their police department from 22 to 35 police officers. 6 months later, Chief Carr says they've stayed fully staffed and even had to turn away highly qualified applicants.
We're on doorsteps quickly. We're doing some proactive things that we weren't able to do under the other model. So I think for dollar, it was clearly the wise choice.
Riverton City officials hope for the same result after voting to split from Unified Police in July of last year. They are currently working on filling more than 30 police positions with less than 3.5 months to do so. Their new police chief says their focus will be on patrol.
Not only faster response times, but I'm hoping to have a lot more proactive approach to policing and having geographic areas throughout the city where officers will be responsible for anything that happens in that particular area.
Both chiefs say despite their split, their cities have maintained a good relationship with Unified Police Department, allowing a supportive and smooth transition. Reporting in Riverton, Rosie Nguyen, ABC4 News.
If you'd like to apply for a position at Riverton Police Department, head to our website, abc4.com, for more information.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast. Weather Rate certified 7 years in a row.
Some heavy rain already moving into Las Vegas, and you can see moderate rain south of St. George. This is all associated with a fairly strong storm that is now moving across southwest Utah. It'll take a track towards the northeast across the Beehive State, but as you can see, pockets of moderate heavy rain mixed in with some thunder showers are already impacting the region. Snow is falling in the mountains and out here towards Loa, Bicknell, Torrey. Southeast flow favors Boulder Mountain and the upslope areas, maybe even Boulder City with some snow, certainly up into the San Rafael Swell, as well as areas that are prone to the snow and a southerly flow. Castle Country, for example, very likely to see that snow as well. So we're looking at a pretty good widespread area of precipitation, and it is going to continue to be one of those situations where if you're planning to go over the mountain passes, you are going to run into this snow, and it is going to be winter-like travel. So folks, please do exercise caution. Here's what the Futurecast looks like at 1 a.m. We're looking at moderate and possible heavy rain across eastern Utah. Urban and small stream flooding not out of the question in places like Bluff and Blanding and around Hanksville, Moab, Green River, but snow will fall right up here through the Uinta Basin, Price, and Castle Country, and up into Provo, east of Provo, up in the high areas of around Cascade Mountain and certainly Timpanogos Peak. But south of Interstate 80, that's where the heaviest snow will fall, and also over Nevada, there's the upper low spinning. You can see it kind of in a counterclockwise fashion. Spokes of energy rotate around the upper low, and so you'll see off again, on again, heavier showers. Here comes some, well, let's call it wrap around, okay? It wraps back around and comes into Cedar City with some snow Saturday at 7 a.m. So look for some snow on the south side of the I-15 corridor there on Friday morning. That'll continue into Friday evening. And here comes the last part of the storm. It'll upslope and bring us steadier precipitation Friday afternoon and Friday night. But there's another storm out there that'll be pushing in on Saturday through Sunday morning. That particular storm will have snow levels down to around the benches, but not along the valley floor. Precipitation amounts fairly significant. Blanding and Hanksville, nearly 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch in St. George. So some small pockets of some, I would call it urban and small stream flooding. Look at Torrey. You'll see some snow there for you folks. And as well, we'll see precipitation all the way up through the I-15 corridor into Provo at 0.36. Snowfall amounts heaviest in the northern Sanpete Valley. Certainly Castledale and Emery picking up some snow. Price and Duchesne all picking up snow with the heaviest amounts in the Wasatch Plateau and the Uinta Mountains. Along the Wasatch Front, a quarter to half an inch of rain is expected, but snowfall amounts of 10 to 20 will be widespread in the mountains south of Interstate 80, 12 to 24 on Boulder Mountain, the Uinta Mountains 11 to 22, the La Salles and the Abajos 15 to 25, 4 to 8 in the Castle Country area, San Rafael Swell 8 to 12, Uinta Basin 1 to 4, and the Wasatch Mountains 6 to 12. And tomorrow is going to be an unsettled day. Temperatures will be turning colder, and look for the high of only 58 in St. George, and a chance for scattered thunderstorms all the way through Saturday. But then it warms up to between 70 and 75 before, you guessed it, cooling down again. Wasatch Front showers and thunder showers, snow levels around the benches by Saturday, Sunday, but it's all gone by late Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, we're back into the low to mid 60s.
Okay.
But another storm with snow comes in later in the week. We can't get rid of it.
Springtime in Utah. All right, Dan, thank you. So I was at Vivint Arena today, and I'm watching Gonzaga practice, and then I watched Fairleigh Dickinson practice, and it's like, uh-oh.
Right.
They're a lot smaller.
That's the fun, right?
And who knows?
Were you not working?
It never works.
I was working.
The NCAA tournament starts here tomorrow. The teams and the fans are ready. And the Utah Jazz went back to Donovan Mitchell's old stomping grounds and stomped the Knicks. We've got the highlights and reaction when we come back to sports.
Graduation is just around the corner, and be sure to give your graduate a great gift.
Also on the show, a Mexican recipe that will make your taste buds go crazy.
And bust open a book this spring break. We're sharing the best reads for your spring break tomorrow on GTO.
Hey, how you doing?
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for car repair.
Lights on again. Can you believe this? Unbelievable.
Free local towing for major repairs over $500 at your local AA MCO.
Oh, no, this is first. Kaden, are you racing?
I'm finally very good.
It's pretty legit. You actually learn stuff from it? Yeah. It's like this little, or is it just like the words and stuff? Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like anything. It's a
It's me again, and it's time to rejuvenate my lawn. That's why I went to J&J Garden Center to purchase their do-it-yourself 5-step fertilizer system. It comes with simple directions and is just $134.98. And nobody beats their price. Nobody. So for a lush, healthy lawn, try J&J Garden Center's simple 5-step fertilizer program. Take the Layton Parkway exit, Main Street to Gentile, then west 2 miles. You've got to see it to believe it. You really do.
Hi, I'm Nolan Stedman.
And I'm Bruce Stedman.
We've been selling motorcycles like this since 1960.
Motorcycle has been part of our family forever.
We love riding and enjoying the outdoors, everything that Utah has to offer. Riding motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and now side-by-sides. That's what we do. It's who we are.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. We've been proudly serving Utah's families for over 50 years.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out there, but remember, it's only 30 back.
Next time you need an electrician, call Same Day. We have your whole home covered, from light fixtures to outlets to panel upgrades. Our expert electricians can do it. Just call 801 Same Day. Same Day Electrical. We're the electricians who can in the big green van.
My dealership just fixed this transmission.
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for transmission repair.
Just a shift solenoid.
Solenoid.
Get no credit needed financing, only at AA MCO.
Welcome to Faith and Fury. Thank you for listening to Give Me a Mulligan.
You know, you have your family, you have your friends.
Good Sunday morning, and thanks so much for joining us.
Click on the podcast, download it, and listen to the whole show.
All right, we need to take you back to Midvale, where we're following breaking news on a homicide investigation. The scene, 7800 South, 700 West.
ABC4's Brittany Johnson, of course, they're monitoring the situation tonight, where she's sifting through the details. Brittany, what can you tell us happened out there then?
Well, Emily and John, we do have new information from the last time that I spoke with you guys. This shooting is deadly. Let me show you what's going on behind me here. You can see that there is a large police presence here at the Maverick. Here's what we know. Just after 9 o'clock tonight is when police tell me a man pulled into this parking lot of the Maverick and then opened fire on another man sitting in his car. Now, that man did die on scene right here. I'm being told that the suspect drove away in a black Jeep Wrangler. So police are actively looking for just someone in a black Jeep Wrangler right now. They're checking surveillance video to see if they can pull a license plate number or get a better description of that suspect. But that's all we know right now. As for if this shooting was targeted, police say it's too early to know that kind of information. And again, for the victim, his identity is not being released. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates here on air on Good Morning Utah and online at abc4.com. But for now, reporting live in Midvale tonight, I'm Brittany Johnson, ABC4 News.
Time now for ABC4 News Sports with Wesley Ruff.
Well, they say you can't go home again, but Donovan Mitchell did, and he dominated. The Utah Jazz in New York tonight, where Mitchell grew up, and he put on a show and helped the Jazz win their 5th straight game. Mitchell returning to his hometown. A lot of friends and family at the game, including his mom, and he gave them a lot to cheer about. Mitchell takes the feed from Ricky Rubio and scores the layup. Then Mitchell with the steal, brings it up, spins, and scores. Then off the alley-oop, he gets this one to go as well. But this was the shot of the night. On the drive, Mitchell stops, then goes again, and oh my goodness, throws that down with authority. Mitchell had 12 points in the first quarter. Then he got help from the outside. Jay Crowder and Kyle Korver both hitting from distance. Crowder finished with 15. Korver ended with 9. The Jazz were up big. In the second half, Rubio the feed to Gobert, the reverse dunk. Rudy had 18. Favors. All five starters in double figures, and no one in the starters played more than 29 minutes, which is good because the Jazz have another game tomorrow night in Atlanta. They win it 137-116. Mitchell scored 30 and loved the support from all his peeps there tonight.
Get a little riled up a little bit, but at the same time, you just got to be able to kind of just stay focused on the game. But, the support is amazing, man. I appreciate everybody who came out, friends, family, teachers, former teachers, gym teachers, whatever it may be, coaches. It's awesome.
It's a good win, but, we've got another one tomorrow night, and we got more games after that. And, like I said, I'm not trying to, temper any enthusiasm. I'm excited we played well. I'm excited we shared the ball. I liked how we played, but, we've got to stick to business and try to keep getting better.
Well, the Jazz picked up a game in the West because the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Thunder all lost tonight. And how about this? The Phoenix Suns will be talking to former BYU star Jimmer Fredette tomorrow. They may be signing him for the remainder of the season. Fredette averaged 39 points per game in China this year, but his team was eliminated from the playoffs, so he'll be available to play right away if the Suns sign him. And the NCAA tournament opens up here in Salt Lake City tomorrow. Today, fans got to watch the open practices of the 8 teams playing here, and there are some good teams, including top-seeded Gonzaga, 4th-seeded Kansas, 5th-seeded Auburn, Syracuse, Baylor, both here. The games start tomorrow at 11:30. 4 games on the docket. The winners will play on Saturday, with the 2 winners advancing to the Sweet 16. Now, the open practices are a big hit for fans who get to watch players show off with dunks in a low-key environment. Most of these teams do not play at altitude, so fatigue may be a factor tomorrow.
We left early Tuesday morning. We traveled out, long trip, and got some of the bus out of us on last night. Today was maybe the first day the kids might feel somewhat normal, and then we go at it tomorrow. So it was easy. Anybody could do it. It's not easy, but I don't think it'll be just fatigue that'll get us. It'll be a very good team we're playing against.
Best time of the year.
Yeah,
Best
it
time
is.
of the year.
You bet.
And Jazz won 5 straight.
I will fly to Phoenix to watch Jimmer play if they sign him. That's exciting news. Thank you, Wes.
Hope they do.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll be right back.
News how you want it, when you want it. Download the ABC4 News app today. It's the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale. Save up to $200 on the Open Country All-Terrain 2, which has been one of our best sellers. Or get great savings on our popular Open Country MT tires. Now you can book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Coach, it's kind of hard to see the ball.
I've been there. I had a TV service with hardly any sports in 4K. Couldn't see any of the quality details. I switched to DirecTV. Now I get the most live sports in 4K.
So how does that help me?
You know what? It really doesn't. I don't know why I told you that. Go get them, Sport.
Live sports that aren't in 4K are just Kinda TV. Switch from Dish and get a $100 reward card. Don't just Kinda TV, DirecTV.
Do you have some free time? PRA is currently seeking healthy men and women ages 18 to 55 to participate in a clinical research study. Volunteers must be available for one stay of 21 nights and one follow-up phone call. Qualified participants may receive compensation up to $5,475. Call PRA at 801-719-5570 or visit us online at prastudies.com.
The Mine All Mine, the Woot Woot, the Brain Bomb. These are just some of the symptoms brought on by big savings during the Hyundai Spring Fever sales event. And with 10 vehicles named IIHS Top Safety Picks, it's proving to be quite contagious. That's a new one. The Hyundai Spring Fever sales event. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Lease the 2019 Sonata for just $189 a month or get up to $3,000 in savings. Only at your Utah Hyundai dealer.
What connects us? Wanting to be better today than yesterday, which is why we're constantly enhancing service. The hope of cleaner air for our children, which is why we're using more efficient vehicles. And the desire to keep moving forward by taking 160,000 cars off the road every day. There's more that connects us than ever before, and we're happy to help connect Utah. UTA, a better today for a better tomorrow.
Community Nursing Services presents Art and Sue, April 3rd and 4th at the Salt Palace, featuring 48 Utah artists and 25 local restaurants. Art and Sue raises funds for home health and hospice services for Utahns in need.
So great you can order Papa Murphy's online.
You can really get anything online these days.
Totally.
Get 25% off using code 25OFF. We make it, you bake it. Papa Murphy's.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 on a set of some of our highest-rated tires with the warranty we've stood behind for 65 years at no extra charge. Book your appointment today at leschwab.com.
All right, well, before we go, a final look at the forecast.
You've got your umbrella, right?
Always.
Make sure you have it handy tomorrow because we have rain off again, on again throughout the day. It won't be heavy here, at least not for all day long, and it'll be off again, on again. It'll start up again on Friday, and it'll go off again, on again, and then again Saturday afternoon and Saturday night and Sunday morning, it'll be off again, on again, and then again later next week.
I tell you what, I got caught in the rain a few weeks ago, and I won't do it again. I have an umbrella in my car and my purse.
Listen to Dan. When will we ever learn?
Jimmy Kimmel's next.